remember doing the French practical exam in the little porter cabin, and he did the GCSE exam. Mm-hmm. I remember halfway through, fucking no idea what's going on. Don't understand the fucking word of it. And then he stopped and looked at me, whatever he was saying. I said something like, am I supposed to speak French now? Look on his face was this picture. And I think he nodded his head eventually once he stopped laughing. Oh, fucking hell. In the GCSE exam, fuck me. I fucking hated French. Not interested in it.
I think that
n'est pas intéressant. Genghis Khan. Fake story going around from China about flashes damaging babies' eyes and blinding them.
Oh fuck!
It's about a year or 2 years ago. It was a myth. Like,
it's a good job I didn't see that one at the time.
People were sharing it on Facebook. Don't take photos with the baby with the flash, and it was a lot of nonsense. You know.
I saw one on a fake news story. I assume it was fake news. Someone shared one when it was really hot, when it got to like 35 degrees.
This summer?
Yeah, or 30 degrees. He said something like, take your fucking petrol cap off, otherwise your petrol tank will explode because the petrol will expand inside.
There's people not heard of like Australia and Dubai.
Fucking Spain.
Spain, yeah. Portugal.
Yeah.
Do people believe that?
Yeah. Well, this person was sharing it.
Flat earthers. Anyway. Welcome to the Amish Inquisition. Sunday. It's the 9th. Sunday the 9th of September.
9/9/18.
9
9 plus 9 is 18.
Synchronicity.
18 divided by 2, because there's 2 9s, is 9.
Take the year and divide the last 2 digits by the first 2 digits, and you will receive the day and the month of today,
yeah.
The 9th of September.
Yeah.
That's sacred geometry.
It is, isn't it? 347, is it?
432.
432.
It's a sacred number, yeah. Twitter. follow us at Amish INQ Podcast. Email us at the Amish Inquisition @gmail.com. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podbean, Spotify, YouTube. Favourite, like, subscribe, comment, do all those things.
Donate
via Patreon for if you've just got loads of money and you don't know what to do with it because you won't get out for it.
No.
Right, that's it. We're done. Housework done.
You might get a mention if you say you want a mention.
Well, anyone can get a mention just by messaging us.
How many downloads are we up to now? 5,000 million?
No. About 2,200-ish.
2,200?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's declined massively since our Jordan Peterson episode came off.
All right.
So...
Did all of them not stay on then?
But it's steady. We get something like about 300 a month, I think we're getting.
Right, okay. That's quite a lot.
Downloads a month, something like that.
That's more than just...
Considering we don't advertise it anyway. It's
And-
quite good. Other than Twitter, I suppose, but we've only got like 3 followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or 10 or something.
And how many friends do we have? 5?
Friends?
Yeah.
I've got lots of friends.
No. Proper friends.
Friends on what platform?
Since school age.
I don't know what you're on about.
They're the only people that know about it, really, aren't they?
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's word
And
of
my
mouth.
wife.
It's
Yeah.
old school. It's word of mouth podcast.
Yeah, it's going to take off soon. It's going to go viral.
We really should, think about promoting it somehow. That's why we need guests, really, isn't it?
That's why
we need to get guests on who already have a platform.
That's why we need to put somebody on the Twitter who just doesn't use it to abuse feminists.
I've stopped. I'm not trolling anymore. I'm not going on Twitter anymore.
Okay.
Well, I only trolled one feminist. She was an idiot, so... You know. Don't say stupid things on the internet.
Talk about feminists.
Go on.
News story of the day.
Today?
Well, I think yesterday it happened, but it was all over the news today about Serena Williams in her US Open final, and was called the umpire sexist.
Really?
Because she in the game she was not fined, but they call it given a penalty. I think they call it
a penalty point deduction or something.
She was deducted a game,
right,
and was given a warning for racket abuse or whatever they call it. You know, when they smash the racket in the floor or whatever. And anyway, she said she called the umpire a thief, a liar, and something else.
Charlatan?
Yeah.
Did she win the match?
No, she's lost. She would have been the most successful tenniser.
And as she just called, I take it it's a male umpire.
Yeah. But she was berating him for quite a while. She called him, a liar and a thief. And basically she was saying that if a man said stuff like that, he wouldn't have been deducted a game. He would have had as harsh a penalty. And she thinks that she sort of took it off her, because he was being sexist, essentially, because he wouldn't have treated a man the same way.
She thinks that the male umpire is judging her to a higher standard than the male players. Well, that's what it sounds like. If it's true.
Yeah.
Taking her word for it.
Yeah. But what it was, and that was it, she was getting coaching, that was the other thing. But the problem is here that he made a hand signal to her coach, and Williams has said, I don't cheat.
Where's cheating come from?
Because you're not allowed to take coaching. So he's up in the stands, and he's made a hand signal to her.
The umpire has, the coach?
The coach. Right. And the umpire said that's coaching, and that was something to do with it as well. And she's basically saying that, I think that's where the liar bit comes in. Because he was calling her not a cheat, but saying she was getting coached. But her coach has come out and said, yeah, I was
giving her
advice. Right. Yeah, but he said everybody does it. It doesn't make it right though, does it? But so it's a bit of a strange one now. I think that's a bit much to go.
I think going misogynist is a bit far, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't think it's misogynist. I suppose she's saying it's sexist, isn't it? Because she's been treated differently to a man necessarily.
But we're taking her. Well, I don't know what she said.
I know.
So it's hard to say, really. I was going to say, why don't they have female umpires? But I think they do. They do,
yeah.
For female games.
Well, for both, I think.
Yeah, I think do men's matches have female umpires sometimes?
I think so. Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah, I think she just needs to get over it, really.
I think she's got incredibly wound up because that was the one to get the record base of like 24 Grand Slams.
She'll get it at the next one, though, won't she?
Well, she'll get
fucking
one.
Unstoppable.
I think she's getting on a bit now, isn't she? She's 36.
Oh.
And these are like last chances, I think. And she's had a baby and stuff.
Is this to take over Navratilova's record or something?
Navratilova's like unassailable, isn't she? With like doubles and stuff, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the record?
But singles,
get then?
I think it's 24.
Singles titles.
Yeah, singles.
Right.
Like Navratilova played for like 40 years or something stupid, didn't she?
Still playing.
Yeah, probably.
Don't they have like a seniors thing at Wimbledon?
The thing he started one, didn't he? John McEnroe, and he played at the Albert Hall.
Henri Leconte.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to love him when I was a kid.
Yeah, and the Romanian guy's been banned from Ilie Stasi, is it?
Elena Stasi.
Yeah.
Stasi.
He's in the Stasi.
Right.
Yeah, so I thought you took it over the top a little bit, Serena. I'm sorry. I generally do like you. I'm just putting that out there, but you know. Yeah. I think it was a bit much. I think if that's what the umpire kind of says, I think you've just got to take it up the arse, unfortunately.
It's what's fashionable, though, isn't it? Calling people misogynists or sexist or whatever. there was on a story on slightly different lines, but Cosmopolitan magazine got in trouble this week on social media. They took some heat because
from Heat magazine.
They were GQing up to take shots at them. Have you heard of this model called Tess Holliday?
No.
She's I think she's like a size 22 or something.
Right. Is she the ginger one? I've seen the cover of Cosmopolitan, the ginger one. She's quite big. She's got tattoos on her arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got in trouble for that, for putting her on the front cover.
Why?
Because she's obese.
Why would they get in trouble for that?
In the same way that magazines get flat for putting insect women on, in that it's a sort of double standard, really. And that is showing the other end of the spectrum.
Yes, that is true, isn't it? I suppose if you we used to go on about heroin chic and all that carry on, then I suppose what's the difference? If that is the either end of the bell curve.
I think the argument for is that, we're in an age of big is beautiful, and you have to love who you are and all this stuff, and I don't know, I'm not a fat woman, so I don't know, but this thing where
do you know so what I mean? Eloquently put.
They use like the Kate Mosses as a way of saying that sort of putting these people like Kate Moss on a pedestal promotes things like eating disorders and stuff, because it gives women an unrealistic image. These airbrushed stick-in set supermodels. They're not hot though, are they, supermodels?
No.
I don't know. It's gay guys, isn't it? Fashion. They don't know a hot woman if it bit them in the ass. They put these stick-in sets up. If you've got Kate Moss in one hotel room and Holly Willoughby in the next hotel room, and it's the end of the world, the zombie apocalypse, you're not going to knock on Kate Moss's.
No, I'd be looking for my wife.
No, she's dead though. She's killed herself. Like she would.
Oh yeah, she always says that, doesn't she?
I'll fucking end it. Get it over with.
In fact, we were driving home today from town, and she said if it was a zombie apocalypse, I think I'd go to university. And I said, all right, okay. And then she said, no, what
to read what?
Because she thought there'd be lots of resources there.
Like what?
I don't know, like chemicals and shit. I don't know.
Right? Make some bombs.
Maybe.
No, I got a hardware store.
Yeah, and then she just said, but if that didn't work, I'd probably just walk into the street and let the zombies eat me straight away.
Oh no, gotta go on your no. That's not a good way to go. That being eaten alive. Fuck me.
No. And I said, well, what about our son? And like trying to protect. Would you not think that? And she went, no.
That's up to you, then, isn't it?
I think she was joking at that point. I think.
The public opinion thing on the Cosmo is that they are in the right to put her on.
I suppose it evens it out, doesn't it? A bit, I don't know.
That's the argument, you see. We've had all these stick-in sets for so many years. It's about time we had a big woman.
A big one.
I'm with Cosmo in that they should be able to put whoever they want on the cover.
Sticking to your libertarian values.
Well, yeah. 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 I don't think people... Well, it's about public opinion. If there was a huge backlash against them, then maybe
let the market decide.
Yeah, maybe they would reconsider with the next cover. Yes. But I don't think it has been. Well, even though it's promoting an unhealthy lifestyle.
Maybe she got an underactive thyroid or whatever it is.
I don't think so. Just like cake, I think. So I'm with him. I think put whatever you want on.
Yeah. Put whatever you wontons on your wontons. Spotlight.
Watched a film last night.
Sin.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it all the way through. Yeah. Michael Keaton in.
Yeah.
The Hulk.
Yeah, he threw me off a bit in it.
Why?
He's acting.
He's so good looking.
In like an ex-boxer kind of way.
No. I was joking. I was insinuating you couldn't concentrate on the film because you fancied him so much.
No, it wasn't that. No, it's just his acting was a bit, I don't know. I guess it was just a character. No, a bit jittery, a bit like...
He's like that in most things, though.
But I suppose he is, but it was sort of amplified.
Yeah, all right.
It's on the jitter juice.
Was he not... Was he one of them who was abused?
No.
Was he not?
No, that would have made more sense.
Yeah. What have you got to say about it? It's a true story.
I thought it was a good film.
And it's a true story.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church, and they still cover it up, don't they?
Well, this is before Ratzinger was Pope.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, didn't he have to abdicate because he was found to have been covering up earlier in his career? And the public opinion was that bad he ended up abdicating. Wasn't he like the first Pope for...
Well, yeah, but I remember the official reason being that it was...
Hitler Youth.
Well, there's that as well, isn't there? That it was due to ill health. He couldn't carry on.
Yeah, like in Hot Spotlight. They say they're ill and ship them off somewhere else. That's just a fucking PR exercise, that. I don't think it was ill health.
No, probably something he's been covering it up, hasn't he?
Maybe ill health due to the guilt of fucking what he's done for his
covering
career.
Up so many.
Fucking... Did you see at the end when they rolled the credits at the end of Spotlight? It showed every town where there'd been a scandal.
Yeah.
And it just went on for pages and pages and pages.
It's
and then
mental.
it left America and then pages of European ones.
Yeah. The Catholic Church, that's for you.
Very weird.
Frightening. The growth market, though, is Asia, isn't it?
And Africa, no?
Yeah, for Catholicism.
Africa, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Asia, though, like Philippines and crazy places like that are Catholic.
Are they?
Or a large minority or majority.
Ex-colonial places.
Yeah, I think so. Or, just where they still go.
I know I'd heard that Africa was a big one because well, I'm not sure if it's this pope, but previous popes have been in trouble for condemning contraception.
Yeah.
And it's well known that if it was if these predominantly Catholic African countries allowed contraception, it'd probably save fucking hundreds of thousands of lives through stopping AIDS, isn't it? So he took a lot of heat for that. Mm-hmm. Rightly.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. No cocktail of drugs available, unfortunately, in Africa for people. Isn't it like 10,000? Isn't it a few £1,000 a month that it takes now?
I've no idea.
To do it.
I don't know.
Keep you alive.
But it's not a death sentence anymore, is it?
No.
A lot of people, they just stay HIV positive, don't they? And they don't develop AIDS. Mm-hmm. That's the big... Antivirals? Retrovirals?
I don't know.
Because it's a virus, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You can't... Isn't that right that you can't cure a virus? You can cure infections and things.
No, you can. That's how your antibodies and stuff. Is it not like the B cells and T cells and all the rest of it?
Right.
They can. Yeah, I'm sure they can cure a virus.
If only there was someone who knew anything about microbiology here.
Yeah.
Ben's not here this week. He's riding his bike.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
I don't know. I got onto AIDS. Oh, Catholic Church Spotlight. Do you think that's unique to Catholicism? These scandals.
Probably not. They just don't come around as much. I don't know. They've not been publicised yet. I think the thing is with the Catholic Church, it's so huge and been around for so long. Does that not have an impact on it or something? This is just how the way we've done it. It's been around since
what's that got to do with paedophiles joining though? The size of it. What is it? Or is it the Catholic Church attracting paedophiles?
I don't think it's attracting paedophiles. I think it manages paedophiles incorrectly, doesn't it? Or it used to. Or it probably still does. But
if 6% of Catholic Church priests are paedophiles, 6% of the general populace isn't.
How do you know?
How do I know?
Mm-hmm.
That can't be right.
How? Why?
That's 6% of the population are paedophiles.
How do you know?
How do I know? I can't believe that to be true.
How do you know 6% of priests are paedophiles?
It was in the film.
That might.
And I was just saying, if it was, why do you not think it's that prevalent?
I don't know. It might be more.
Right.
1 in 10.
So you think it's not unique to Catholicism because we don't know if it's even real or if it's a problem or not?
I don't think if you're a paedophile, you think, right, I'm going to become a priest because I'll get access.
My dad used to say that the church was the last bastion of thieves, scoundrels and child molesters, I think the phrase was.
Mm.
And it's almost as if there's been a reputation in the priesthood and it's been sort of people look the other way.
Probably, yeah. Because they were single men, weren't they, obviously? Unless you were a certain father, something or other, who shagged all the...
Apparently, half of them aren't celibate.
Yeah.
When you actually ask them, you know, if you ask them on an anonymous thing. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing to demand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that because Jesus was celibate?
I think, apparently, they weren't. It was around, like, the Dark Ages. They were made to be celibate.
Papal decree?
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know how, from memory, I think it was for costs. Because they'd have to support the priest and his family.
Fucking hell.
Basically.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It was an efficiency saving.
Yeah.
That's led to this. Fucking unreal.
They get paid. I'm sure they get paid a salary. I think.
Yeah.
I think they get a salary. And free lodgings, obviously. A massive house.
Our school sent a thing and it gave the attendance of Mass and the offertory collection stats.
They're not directly linked, are they? The salary to the...
No, that's got me
get
thinking.
A bonus.
A bit of transparency from the church. I thought that was interesting.
Where was it?
700 quid they made on the Sunday. The Sunday and the vigil.
It's across the week now. It's like 700. They used to make more, obviously.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah, during the
Did
Inquisition.
You go to church this week?
No, I get an email.
Oh, from school?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
On said email, there was also a thing on the email from the school that said, we're cracking down on absences this year.
Right. There's a new head in town, isn't there?
No, there's not.
Is it now?
There's a deputy.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Yeah, there is a new deputy.
I shot the head, but I did not shoot the deputy. Absentees may be checked with a home visit. Because of people taking their kids out for holidays.
Good luck, I'm on holiday.
That's why. And they'll fine you. They'll come and check your house.
Oh, fuck off. Fucking hell. You can't, like, miss a week of fucking school to go on holiday. Don't be so daft. It's so ridiculous.
It's fascistic.
Isn't it? It's absolutely bloody awful.
We're going to come round to your house and see.
I know.
Is he really ill? Jimmy?
Gonna poke him.
Yeah.
It's a threat. Idle threat. It's what it is. Or it's for the same...
curtains are drawn. It's like they've gone away.
Oh, it's the same person that goes away and comes back fucking brown 5 times a year, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one ruining it for the rest. I would say you should be able to miss a week or two without any fines, basically. A year, a term, or whatever, I don't know.
Yes, totally agree.
It's just stupid.
I have trouble with state education.
Moving on.
It seems backdated to me. Like the kids are just being groomed for industrial jobs that don't exist anymore.
For the priesthood.
For the priesthood first, and then for these factory jobs that don't exist. You know, you sit in rows, like in a factory, you all wear a uniform. When the bell goes, that's break time. That's break time. And then before when the bell goes, we come back in for our shift.
When the bell tolls.
When the bell tolls. It was invented in the Victorian era, this method of schooling children.
Of course it is, yeah.
And those jobs don't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think we're
need to make it like
conformist.
Google. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's at least opening up to ideas, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's like the standardised testing I don't like either. And
well, that's the government, isn't it? Really?
That's what I mean. I don't like the government meddling in education. I think the less government has to do with education, the better. Mm. It's the system that's fucked. Mm. This system we have, it's just bonkers. It's not relevant anymore. And all your schools are trying to do is look good on the league tables by passing these benchmarks for grades and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what the whole focus is, because that's what determines where they get them, how much money they get the next year. And things.
I heard something quite funny on the radio going to work the other day, and it was
Tune In Radio.
Yeah, Tune In Radio. It was the Amish Inquisition podcast, and it was a head teacher was on. Or it might have been on telly actually. A teacher was on, and he was saying how like Ofsted link exam results too closely to the Ofsted report. So basically, you could, when you look into Ofsted's reports and the overall like GCSE grades for the school, basically an outstanding Ofsted report was linked to like a school that got really good grades, rather than the standard of teaching and how much it improved children. So if you got like children who had a reading age of 5 when they came in at 11, and you got them like 5
3 grades higher.
Yeah, you know, so whatever. And he was saying that it should focus the funding more on, and it all came down to like funding and stuff, like all the cuts, and we're not able to like teach properly. I want to sort of do all the stuff around music and art and all that, and it's beneficial. So it's not allowing me to get a better standard for my school. So he's talking about cuts basically, and then Ofsted said, "Oh, it's nothing to do." This Ofsted person said, "Oh, it's nothing to do with the cuts. The schools know that they just need to improve. However, we're facing significant cuts, and that's preventing us from doing our job properly," or something like that. Ofsted said. So they were saying
vicious circle.
No, what he was saying was it was the school should be, or schools in general should be able to function in the light of all these cuts, but they're not capable of doing it. Ofsted,
right?
So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's more important, the school or the body that provides oversight? Stupid bastard.
Yeah, it's very complicated when you're trying to run education on a national level.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. I don't know, what's the alternative? I suppose it's just sort of private things, isn't it?
Homeschool them.
Homeschool, yeah, if you could.
Yeah.
Apparently, homeschool kids do really well.
In life?
In life and at national grading.
Yeah, because you can give them one-on-one tutoring, can't you? If you're capable of teaching across the curriculum.
At high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose so.
That's the difference.
You miss out on all the social stuff, though, don't you? That's probably a good thing.
Being bullied.
Being bullied, yeah.
Being pantsed. I can remember one of my first weeks, and a big fifth year, last school, whatever, year 11 lad came over and said, "Have you got any money?" I said, "No." I said, "Right, I'm going to turn you upside down and shake you." And I thought he was actually going to do it because he was so big. He just walked off.
Literally a shakedown.
Yeah. I'm going to shake the change out of your pocket.
I never got anything like that at school. Never got bullied or intimidated.
Just that once, yeah, that's the only thing I can remember. Well, I can't particularly remember anything else.
No, I don't remember bullying being an issue really at our school.
Because you were never bullied.
I suppose so, yeah. I hope I never bullied anyone.
Yeah.
Can't think of any off the top of my head. So, yeah, I won't want to go back to that time.
Hiding under your mum's desk at home 3 days a week.
Reading Choose Your Adventures novels.
Is that what it was? Is that when you had to go to page 33 or something?
Roll the die.
Is that what you had to do?
Alia e acta est. The die is cast. Travel through the door on the left.
I thought you were just looking at your printed out porn pictures.
Before internet, this.
Was it? No, it wasn't. When did you start Skyping off school?
3rd year.
Did you?
I missed all of 4th year, pretty much.
All of 4th
Pretty
year?
much, yeah. My attendance was like, I think, less than 50% in 4th year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember you missing that much.
And then I got rumbled in 5th year. And there was an intervention in 5th year, and they made me start going again. Fucking hated it.
What did they do to make you go?
I don't know.
Go to school, Philip.
They threatened me somehow. I was shamed. I was ashamed. Yeah. Maybe that was part of it.
I can remember them
do you remember our head of year, Mrs. Something? I had to have a meeting with her. It's the first time I've spoken to her in 5 years at school. Never.
It changed every year, your head of year.
Well, she was a teacher in the school.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, I'm getting some actual attention from one of the teachers, one-on-one. That's unusual.
Just wanted some attention.
No, it was a shock because it's not how it is in school. It's rare that a teacher would address you as an individual when we were at school. It was mainly just fucking mouthing off at the class, weren't it? And then go to textbook page, fucking wank this. Oh, God.
I can remember...
Mr. Gallagher's biology lessons.
I can remember the one that sticks in my mind is fucking that French teacher who was shouted a lot.
Mr. Robinson.
Yeah, and he said, oh, what... Écoutez, ne pas crier, and he fucking screamed it at you. It
wasn't that.
Was it not that?
It wasn't that phrase. It's the only French I learned, I think.
Because he shouted it at you so viciously.
One-on-one. One-on-one tuition. And he got the textbook or whatever he was mouthing off from, and I was like this, doing my homework from the previous night, and he slammed the textbook down on the table next to me, and I went, fuck it up! And he went, Lisez, n'est pas écrire.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah.
We should have been listening instead of writing.
No, that's écoutez.
Well, what was it then? What's Lisez then?
I think that's the writing, isn't it? No, crier is the writing.
N'est pas écrire. Lisez.
It's a crier.
What's Lisez?
Lisez is nothing. Didn't learn it.
Lisez for economics, no?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, shit me kegs.
Yeah, that was a funny one. I think even I jumped when that was loud, but he used to go deep.
I remember doing the French practical exam in the little porter cabin, and he did the GCSE exam. I remember halfway through, fucking no idea what's going on. Don't understand the fucking word. And then he stopped and looked at me, whatever he was saying. I said something like, am I supposed to speak French now? Look on his face was this picture. And I think he nodded his head eventually once he stopped laughing. Oh, fucking hell. In the GCSE exam, fuck me. I fucking hated French. Not interested in it.
I think that...
N'est pas intéressant. Oh, fucking hell.
I think he scared me into doing the work, basically.
He was a deputy as well.
Oh, yeah. But it was actually alright, apart from like the skits outs.
We used to see him at Garrison every week at North End.
Ah, did you?
Before North End, yeah.
Lashed, slumped in the corner.
We always used to have one or two before game.
His son used to go to school, if you remember.
I think my brother or sister's year, possibly.
He was younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, younger than us. 1 or 2 years younger, I think. That must have been a tough ride.
Do you remember Mrs. Armstrong, the science teacher?
Yeah.
I remember in first to second year, when I was still going to school, she said something made some comment during the lesson about women being stronger than men.
Right.
That always stuck with me.
Really?
Yeah.
What did she say?
Women are stronger than men, biologically. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Maybe she means pound for pound, I don't know. Whatever, but...
Is it like some sort of...
not true.
Some kind of biomechanical thing, like leverage or something?
That's what we have. We have wider shoulders and narrow hips.
Well, yeah, that's for fighting, but what about levering shit? Lifting a baby and that?
Carried a baby?
A woman could lift 1,000-pound baby. A man couldn't.
There's a famous trope, isn't there, that when a child's life is in danger, a parent can sometimes exhibit superhuman strength. That's a famous thing. Is that true?
No.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
No. I think it's a fairy tale.
Yeah. I think if like
An urban myth.
if your child had been run over by like a mini or something, you might be able to like lift it a little bit to get them out and so and drag it out.
You don't think that there's like, could there be some sort of special adrenaline shot that you get if you see a child in danger? That gives you this like momentary superhuman strength.
I think you would push yourself more, wouldn't you? You wouldn't give up as easily.
No.
So there's that, isn't there? So you might find an extra few percentage in the fact you go, oh, I can't be arsed when you lift something heavy. You would try harder, I suppose, wouldn't you? So there's a motivation. But I don't think...
That has a chemical, physical reaction.
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's possible, but I don't know.
It's biologically possible.
No, I mean, I was going to say it's possible that your brain's not being used as efficiently as it could be.
Yeah.
I'd be more inclined to believe that kind of nonsense.
There's another urban myth, science myth, isn't there, that we only use something like 10% of our brain.
Yeah.
And that the rest of it's sort of untapped potential.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
But the other thing is maybe there's a reason for that, in that you use different
Just
parts.
overheat.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have a stroke.
Yeah, basically. You'd have too much blood flow, wouldn't you?
That's funny
because that's how an MRI works in your brain. It measures the difference between unoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood.
Well, someone like Archimedes or someone like that thought that the heart was like the cooling system for the brain.
It
the
is.
heart pumped.
Did you not know that?
No.
Did you not know that?
No, that's not true.
It is.
It's not.
That's that's the whole point of it. It pumps.
Oh, it's to pump blood.
It pumps cooling blood to the brain.
That's not true.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It was in a myth busting thing.
Yeah, that book was discredited by Socrates.
Yeah. Like 50 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, dear
No, I
me.
was missing then. Yes, I don't believe that the heart is a cooling
system. No, it's like one of the other. It might have been Hippocrates or Plato. Someone thought that women had fewer teeth than men. That was in one of his
because they've been
famous
punched
things.
out.
Yeah, because of domestic violence.
Yeah,
Not funny.
no.
I've read a bit about Lady Godiva this week.
I was going to say Lady Gaga.
No, definitely not. No, Lady Godiva. I don't
Why?
tune into pop culture.
Why? Isn't that like? Is it a myth or is it a real person?
That's true. True story.
She rode bare-breasted. Is that the thing?
Completely.
Everything
Yes.
and everything.
And the rest. And the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
She was married to some Earl or whatever, Earl of Canterbury or something. And he was taxing the locals really hard. And Godiva was like begging him, asking him, nagging him to lower the taxes. And eventually he lost his rag and he said, I'll lower the taxes when you ride through Canterbury High Street naked on back of that old mare you have.
Right, okay. So she did it.
And she called him. Right. Like, he got wind
Right.
and like on pain of death banned everyone in the town, get off the streets and keep your shutters closed. So he got there first. So she rode through the street completely naked and no one noticed. But he then fell in love with her
Again.
because he saw her naked for the first time in years. And that's where Peeping Tom comes from, because apparently someone
called Tom.
some baker's boy called Tom
Tom.
drilled a hole in his shutter
Ah.
and peeped through, and he was the one who saw her.
Sneaky
That's
bastard.
where Peeping Tom comes from. So I think it's a nice little story.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
I got a book called
Bollocks Stories.
The Rise and Fall of Just About Everyone, and it's by an American called, I think, Will Guppy, and he wrote it in the 30s basically, and it's little short, almost journalistic short chapters on a different person throughout history, from the Egyptians to Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, through to like the Elizabethan thing. So it's almost like a toilet book. You could probably read a little story while you have a shit. 5 minutes for a job.
Oh, you just reminded me.
You need shit.
No, I did a poo so big yesterday that it lodged. It lodged in the U-bend, and I flushed like 8 times. Nothing. It just wouldn't shift.
What did you do?
I had to break it up
With
the bog brush.
karate chop?
Yeah, the bog brush. I was absolutely gipping.
Really? Oh, it never bothers me. I'll just use like a bit of rolled up tissue and stick my hand down.
Oh, what? No, you don't.
I would, yeah.
Oh, fuck off, you dirty bastard. You dirty builder bastard.
Just wash your hands after.
Oh, fuck
What's
off.
the difference? No?
No. You would manually manipulate your turd round a U-bend.
Anyone's turd, it wouldn't have to be mine.
Anybody's turd.
If it were
You're
not ours.
raising the ante. any human being's turd.
As long as it's in our toilet, yeah. If it's one like kids or something.
Oh, fuck off. Just use a bog brush next time. Fucking.
What if bog brush ain't there?
I don't know. Get a stick. You have to get a stick from the back garden.
Oh,
and break
just roll your sleeve up. All you're going to do is chop it off. Karate chop it. you got tissue in between.
Oh, stop.
It's not that
What
bad.
happens when you break it up and then it starts to get all broken up in the water?
Yeah, so you get a bit of shit water on you. That's nothing new. Just wash your hands after.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't think that's a big deal.
I do. We'll get our first comment now because of that.
Scatology. I watched, don't watch much TV now.
No, you don't.
But I happened across a documentary with Adrian Charles about his drinking.
He's dinking.
Dink and donk.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I know, but I know the overview, and he's basically got cirrhosis, hasn't he? Or just about got
Well,
cirrhosis.
no, early stage. If he carries on, he will get it.
But he drank every day. And
Apart from Thursdays, when he recorded, when he was on telly.
Exactly, so do you know what I mean? What do you expect if you drink every day?
I don't know.
That's what I fucking mean.
It was weird. Like he went. At one point, he's coming to a beer garden with this sort of person who's reformed,
Right.
and he comes over with a pint and 2 wine glasses, and there's a bottle of wine between them. Mm-hmm. I thought, why's he got 2 glasses? He's got a pint. Mm-hmm. And then later on, it showed him he'd drunk the pint and then drunk a glass of wine.
You fucking bastard.
I just thought that would never occur to me to do that.
Well,
I think you've got a
maybe
problem.
Maybe at a party.
What, you drink a pint and then a glass of white wine?
Yeah, so all the
One after
beer
the
had
other?
gone. Yeah.
Well, it was a pub. All the beer hadn't gone.
So maybe it was a hot day. He's having a nice, refreshing pint to rehydrate.
Cleanse the palate.
Yeah, and then he's going to down a bottle of white wine.
Weird. I thought that's weird. That.
But he drank every day, didn't he?
Yeah.
For 30 years or whatever. So,
Yeah.
you know, even if it's not... But did he not drink a bottle of wine a day? Or is it not that much? Was it a glass of wine a day? A big glass of wine?
Oh no, he was caning it.
Was he really? Like,
Drinking. I don't have a drink before 6 o'clock. But you get on it at 6 o'clock and just.
the thing is with that is... the next day, I'd just be fucked. I'd just be tired every day. But that's the difference, isn't it, between having a real job
Right.
and recording once a week where you have to be sober, basically, and getting paid a fortune.
Well, he met a couple of people in the documentary who weren't famous people. They were just normal middle class people of his age who were the same.
Well, yeah, I know.
Drinking all the time.
Apparently, it's a quite a common thing for his age group. He's in his early 50s, and I think people around that age have a tendency to drink more than like our age, and generation after us drink even less.
I wonder why that is.
Well, they think it's because of the pricing, but also like the what do you call it? The increased knowledge of its harm, basically, of over drinking too much.
PR.
Yeah,
Bad PR.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it has, hasn't it? Like it's probably about £4 a pint now, isn't it? Do you not say?
I don't think it's the price, really. I think attitudes must have changed.
And yeah, probably.
I don't get the urge to drink during the week, ever.
No, I don't really. I might get it on a Friday night, but then I haven't drunk. Last time I drank was last Sunday, and then I had one bottle today. And that's not
essentially
common.
don't drink at home. Really.
At the podcast.
And if we didn't do the podcast, I wouldn't do tonight.
No.
It's a weird one. I just sort of switched off to it, really, alcohol.
Did your dad drink at home?
He did, and then he went teetotal.
Yeah. Because my mum and dad never drank at home.
Right.
Ever. Except at Christmas. And maybe birthdays, but not like our birthdays when we were younger, right?
On their own birthdays?
No, not even. Well, not very occasional. It was like a surprise if I saw them drinking on their own birthdays. It was a surprise if I saw my dad appreciate a birthday present, to be honest with you.
I think that drinking wine with meals is a modern, more recent thing.
Yeah.
I can't think of parents of our generation
No, yeah.
doing that sort of thing, drinking wine with meals and things.
Mm.
That seems to be a relatively new middle class
Hipster
type
thing.
of thing. Yeah.
Mm.
But Dad used to drink quite heavily at nights. Newcastle Brown.
Did he? Newcastle Brown?
Yeah, 6 bottles.
He used to drink 6 bottles a night?
Maybe not a night, but it would regular.
Right.
Yeah. And then just stopped completely. And never touched a drop since. I think I'm pretty close to stopping altogether, really. It's just hit me a bit earlier than it hit my dad, I think. My dad was maybe in his 50s when he stopped. I think it's something everyone grows out of.
Maybe.
And then you maybe have the occasional glass of wine with a meal or something.
Mm.
Don't know. I wonder why people fall into it.
What?
The alcoholism.
Lots of reasons, isn't there? I suppose.
I don't know.
Probably there's addictive traits in people, isn't there? For a start.
Addictive personality disorder type things.
Well, yeah, or traits, yeah. Or there's circumstance. So what you've learned as well from like your mum and dad, or the people you hang around with, or if you had you drank to sort of cope with stuff, and then it kind of got addicted because it's physically addictive as well, isn't it? Alcohol, I think.
Yeah.
So, that kind of thing, basically. Any types of reasons. Drink to forget. Drink to remember.
I think once you get into the cycle of drinking to cure the hangover, then that's when you're sort of really into
I suppose. Instead of just getting over the hangover to cure the hangover.
Yeah.
What else is on your list?
They've done everything.
Cosmos, Tess,
Tess Holiday.
done that one. Klaus, Jorstad.
Oh, Klaus Jorstad.
Who's Klaus Jorstad?
Is a Norwegian fellow
Yes.
who has had a busted knee recently. And he was having trouble showering with this busted knee surgery he was recovering from. So he ordered this stool from IKEA to use in the shower. Mm-hmm. Right. And it's like a round stool with holes drilled out of it in like a spirally pattern. Mm-hmm. And red plastic thing.
No, his balls didn't fall through the holes, did he?
He goes in the shower and one of his testicles goes through the round hole. And the testicle had changed size and he was stuck. His testicle was stuck in the stool. So he rang...
Calm down. Calm down.
So he sent a message to IKEA. And I'll have to try and find it now. He sent them like an email or a Facebook message or something. Let's get his name. What was his name?
Klaus
Jorstad. Sitting there and noticing the accident, I bent down to see what the fuck happened. I realized the little nutter got stuck. Little nutter. I couldn't fucking move. Imagine an angry Irishman having an incident, cursing his way. Blah, blah, blah. The water turned cold by itself. So I started freezing, and the more the water got cold, even more cold than my mother-in-law's smile when I married her daughter. And guess what? Because of the water, his testicles started shrinking, and he got them free.
Mm.
So it was a close call. The advice from IKEA was to put a towel over the stool.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So your little nutters don't fall in. Oh, God.
Have that, or just have bigger balls.
Bigger balls. Oh, Christ.
What does Stella...
Creasy.
What was that one? Have we done that one?
It's not really a story, it's an ongoing fucking campaign. Stella Creasy's campaigning
the
to...
divorce one that we've done now? Oh. Go on.
She's campaigning to have misogyny classed as a hate crime.
Is it not already? Is it not a hate crime anyway?
No.
Could you not what? Would you not get done for like something though if you did like discrimination? Kind of, would it not fit in that?
It's not a hate crime though. A hate crime is a specific thing
Oh right, okay.
that she wants to have it classified as.
We'll have to go both ways then if they did it, wouldn't they?
What? Misandry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fair, I suppose.
Mm.
Don't think it should be a hate crime.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
all I wrote.
Moving on.
Yeah.
And
I watched Gladiator last night.
the original, or Gladiators with Jet and Falcon.
No, the Russell Crowe one.
Oh right, okay.
It's a great film.
It is,
I
isn't it?
think it's probably a 5-map film.
I think at the time it was a 5-map film. However, I don't think it's aged that well.
Really?
I think it's aged quite well, but not that well. And I think it's now a 4 to 4.5 map film.
Right.
I'll tell you what is a shite film. Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. I barely could get all the way through that film last night. It was awful.
Yeah, it's just like a caper, isn't it?
It's
now?
fucking shite, is what it was.
Yeah.
It just wasn't entertaining. The first one in the reboots was all right. That was
Jurassic
3 mats.
World.
It was a solid 3 mats. But this one was just awful. And Dr. Malcolm, spoiler alert, is just at the beginning and the end. I thought it was going to be there, on the ground.
No. Yeah, it is poor. I weren't expecting it to be good.
No.
So.
So I'll give that 1 mat. A 1 mat film. Poor.
Right.
And then I started watching another film called American Animals, I think. And it's a documentary, but it's rather good.
Is it on Netflix?
No.
No. Streaming services.
Yeah, if you have those kinds of things.
Right.
But it's good. It's kind of about, if you read about it, it's about these 2 college lads, and they basically cook up an idea to steal some valuable books from the university that they're attending, basically.
Right.
But how it's done is like with proper actors, and it looks like a real film when they're doing like the story bits.
Right.
But then they do talking heads with the real people, and then like when they don't disagree with each other, it kind of flips it, and then like the real people turn it with the actors, and it's quite, you have to watch it.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, you have to watch it. It's good.
I never really get the urge to watch it on TV anymore.
I still watch films.
It's like I gave up with Westworld. I gave up with Handmaiden. Just like nothing seems to be good enough to keep my attention anymore.
Game of Thrones. We watch that when it comes out.
I think it comes out so late. It takes so long to come out that it piques your interest again. 'Cause it's that anticipation.
What about
isn't
Better
it?
Call Saul?
Again, I've seen 2 of the new series. I'm not caught up, but I like it.
Yeah. There's another one on Ozark's back on. Blitzed all those.
Second series. Oh, it's Meg.
Yeah, that's on there.
I like that.
That's only just come on, like a week ago, I think.
Right. They released them all together.
Yeah, because
On
it's
Netflix,
It's a
make
Netflix one, isn't it?
That's right.
But there's a good film coming out. Well, I've read a review for, like with that American Animals, and it's about Anders Breivik.
Oh, the killer.
Yeah. So do you know? Have you ever heard of a director called Paul Greengrass?
No.
He basically made the original Bournes, the better ones, and then also like the one he did recently.
Mad Demon.
Yeah. But he did like Captain Phillips. You ever seen that?
No.
The kind of like real.
With the mandolin.
No, that's Captain Mandolin, isn't it?
Cornelli.
Captain's Mandolin.
The one with Nicolas Cage in.
Captain
Corelli's mandolin.
Captain Mandolin's Cornelli.
Yeah, that one.
Anyway, yeah, so they've done a film, and that's a Netflix owned film.
Yeah.
And it got 5 stars in the review, but basically it's Paul Greengrass in Captain Phillips, and he uses a reportage, kind of like, it's like he's telling the true stories basically. Obviously
Right.
Captain Phillips, and this one is, but it's supposed to be really good, so I'm looking forward to that coming out.
There's a new Predator film.
Yes.
Who's
and
in
it's
it?
gory. No one.
No. What's in it?
No one you would recognise.
All right.
There's a guy from... Oh, you will recognise him. Did you watch Narcos? The blonde guy. He's the main guy in it.
Right.
So it's like a proper B film. But it's Shane Black. And he wrote...
In Boyzone.
No, yeah. He wrote Lethal Weapon.
The original
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
And that was the first script to be sold for $1 million. Or something.
Right. So high hopes for it then?
No.
No.
But he directed a really good film, which is on Netflix, and it didn't do very well at the box office, and I think it deserves a sequel. It's called The Nice Guys, and it's got Russell Crowe in, and...
Oh, was that good?
The Nice Guys, yeah, it's a brilliant
All
film.
right. It looks like a crap buddy cop film.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But it's like Lethal Weapon. You know when Lethal Weapon was really good?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's all tongue-in-cheek. Everyone, you've got to watch it. It's all like there's a bit slapstick and stuff in it as well. It's funny.
I saw like a trailer for it and it just didn't interest me.
No, it's really good.
Right.
That's a 4.5 mat film.
Really? Fucking hell.
Not quite 5 mats, but 4.5 I would give
All
that.
right, I might try that then.
Yeah.
I never.
But he directed the new Predator film, basically, that guy. You ever heard of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? I think he did that one.
No.
No, okay. That got quite good reviews when it came out ages ago.
No, I tried to watch Solo and still can't watch it.
Is it not available?
No.
Not
That fly?
yeah, it's a mosquito or whatever. Midgie.
Shit.
Nah, it'd be going, we get loads of mosquitoes in our house.
Yeah. Have you standing water somewhere?
At the bottom of the garden, there's a brook.
Isn't that
a
where
dry
they breed?
brook? Yeah.
Like if you have standing water,
Mhm.
midges and mossies.
Yeah, so my wife once was cleaning up the very bottom of our garden, you know, where that patio is. And she had like this much, like a few inches of skin showing on her lower back when she was bending over. She came back into the house. I said, and she was, oh, it feels a bit itchy. She showed me her back and she had about 20 bites in this small patch of skin.
Hell.
I don't seem to get bitten by them. I don't know if it's...
We have a certain odour.
Yeah, odor.
We have a certain...
I don't know if it's... Well, there's something to do with how your blood... Isn't there something to do...
cools down your brain.
Yeah, how your heart cools your brain or not. Just like a myth. I've heard it. They prefer certain scents or certain bloods. I don't
Musk.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if it's my hair.
It's a barrier, a
Yeah,
physical barrier.
yeah.
They just get tangled up in it and die.
Yeah, because we went on holiday to Calpe. There was loads of mosquitoes. Everybody got obliterated by them. And like
So you with your fur coat on.
and I had one bite on my knuckle, the only bare piece of skin on my body. And yeah, they didn't get me at all.
It.
Yeah, I got bitten maybe once or twice. And everyone else got like 10s, 20s, 30s.
Yeah, it only makes sense. Natural barrier. I'm not going to climb through all that shit. I'll sting him instead.
You're going to have some off that nice, smooth-skinned woman.
Buttocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really encourage hair growth for mosquito propellant though, can you?
Well, yeah.
You're just born with it.
Bring it back. Make
I
it
don't
fashionable
shave
again.
myself. I don't shave anything.
Not
Well-
shave your chest.
No.
Testicles.
No. I worked away with a lad once, and he was really hairy, like you, like an ape. He's like an ape, and his wife had shaved his arms, and we were sharing a room together. And when he took his shirt off, he looked like he was wearing a tank top. She'd shaved them hard, not blended it in. She'd shaved it hard around the tops of the shoulders, and he looked like he was wearing a tank top with body hair. It's hilarious.
How old was he?
30? No, not 30. 28? 27?
Bloody hell.
I'd have been about 21.
I've had my back waxed for some holidays and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'll never bother me out like that.
Have hairy
Just
back.
let it grow. Yeah, I have wispy ones across my shoulders.
Yeah. Can't see those like platinum blonde things, can you?
No, I suppose not.
I didn't get it waxed for my holiday to Northumbria though.
Well, no. Not a beach holiday, is it? No fun.
Went swimming and stuff though.
Outdoor?
No,
Yeah,
it
or
was
in the sea.
fucking freezing.
That's what I mean. You went swimming in the pool.
In a nice heated pool at a local leisure centre. There was only us in the pool. It was great. That's only a tiny thing.
Steve's putting his house up for sale next week.
The mansion.
It's not a mansion. It's a big house. It's in like a mansion area. Yeah, there is mansions nearby.
Lorby Mansions.
Yeah, looking to move back to Preston.
Is his wife still commuting to Middlesbrough?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What does she do? Does she stay up there when she
Yeah, with
works
her mum.
and then comes...
Combines the shifts together, so she has more days off. In
She
between.
works 24 hours a day?
No,
For a day,
I mean,
for a day and a half.
Don't combine the shifts. Combines the shifts.
Right. So she
Yeah.
works back to back, 12-hour days or something.
Yeah.
And is off 4 days.
Or more than that. She just bulks them all together. So she'll work for 12 days or something. And then have like 2 weeks off or whatever it is.
Did they let her do that?
Yeah.
On the road, I suppose they have rota. Is she a nurse?
Yeah.
They have like a rotoring system, so as long as it's filled and they've got enough staff, then I'd ask. I don't think.
Yeah.
God. I don't know if I could be bothered doing it. So they're like, do they just not see each other then?
Well, pretty much. Well, not much, no. But I suppose when she's off though,
Suppose that's
she has
why they're
like
so in
a
love.
couple of weeks off at a time. So she'll go back home then. So
Yeah.
yeah, they will see each other a lot, but not when she's working.
Mm.
Looking to move back home.
Back home for your brother.
He's coming in October.
I know he said, didn't he? Get to question him about sixth form chemistry classes.
He knows all the ancient wonders.
Does he?
Yeah.
Like what? Blackpool Pier?
No. You got one, you say one, then I'll say one.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Pyramid of Giza.
I wanted that one. The thing in Greece. The giant
The
thing.
statue of Zeus.
No.
At Olympia.
That's the statue. There's this thing over the.
No, that's one of the wonders.
Is it?
Yeah. The
Oh,
statue
right.
of Zeus at Olympia.
Is there not something in the bay? The lighthouse of. of
You're mixing them now.
the
You're thinking of the Colossus of Rhodes,
Yes.
which is the statue pointing out over the bay.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
And then the lighthouse,
At
Boadicea.
Alexandria, Egypt.
Is it Alexandria again?
The Pharos.
They've got two.
No. The Colossus is at Rhodes.
Yeah, they've got the pyramids at Giza.
At Giza, not Alexandria.
Yeah, I know, but that's Egypt.
No, yeah, Egypt got two, yeah. Yeah.
And then what else? Is that 4? 5? We've got 5.
The Temple
Of
of
Doom.
Diana at Artemis.
What's the Temple of Diana?
A temple to
Yeah.
the god Diana.
Why is that?
At Artemis.
Why is that good?
Because it was such a big one. Such a nice one.
Are
It
these
was
all
murdered.
destroyed? Is this why? Except for the pyramid, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. The pyramid's the only extant one.
And there's one more.
The Mausoleum of Mausolus at Helicarnassus.
The Mausoleum of Mausolus.
Yeah. That's where the word mausoleum comes from.
Well, exactly.
From Mausolus.
Yeah.
He built the first mausoleum.
Okay.
He was a Persian satrapy.
What's a satrapy?
The
Like a centipede.
Achaemenid Persian Empire.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
was it Assyrians?
Oh, I don't know. You lost me.
I think it was Persian. Yeah, Persian satrapy, I think. Achaemenid Persian satrapy. They divided their empire into satrapies, like little regions, and each one was run by a satrapy.
Mm-hmm.
And Mausolus was a satrapy
Mausolus of Mausoleum.
in Halicarnassus,
Halicarnassus.
which is...
Give him the boat.
What's Bodrum? Is it Bodrum?
That's in Turkey, isn't it?
Yeah, Halicarnassus. I think it's modern Bodrum, that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Someone will fact check
That's
it.
where Herodotus came from. Halicarnassus. Is that all 7?
I think we did 7 there. Atlantis, obviously.
Yeah, the pyramid is the oldest one
And the other
and
one.
the only one left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching some. You got me. I had some clients didn't turn up on Friday, so I watched some videos on YouTube, and I almost got into a YouTube hole.
A rabbit hole.
Yeah, of watching stuff around lost technology and what else was there? They're all like 10 minutes long, and it's like people, and they talk really fast, like, and the steel was, and nobody knows how they do it.
With the robot voice.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's loads of great channels like that. Brian Forrester is a famous one.
Mm.
He goes to all the megalithic sites and does YouTube stuff and lectures and things.
Mm.
Ancient Architects is one that I like. He's an English guy. I think we could get him on over the Skype.
Fucking thing. Get anybody on this fucking thing.
And he's got a really good channel
Mm.
about... he started a series on the Trillathon at Baalbek.
The Trillathon.
Yeah, the largest stones we know.
Is this intergalactic cable TV?
No, it's not.
Interdimensional cable TV.
Rub the flea.
It's a niche
You gotta rub
reference.
the flea, Morty. Yeah. Ancient Architects. Who else is there? Megalithomania. There's another YouTube channel that I subscribe to.
Fuck's
Get all the
sake.
videos.
When you subscribe to something, you don't have to pay, do you?
No, you just get their videos when they're released.
Yeah.
It's just like following someone.
And for the amount of subscribers, does that...
Dictate their ad revenue.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Is it?
Subscribers and views, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Charles C. I
Dance.
think it's called C74 FAPS. CFAP 74, I think it's called. It's called Charles, and he lives in Las Vegas, and he goes to all these ancient mythic sites via Google Earth,
Oh.
and takes you down and does a little not documentary. He's talking over it.
Speakomentary.
The video is just the YouTube Google Earth screen,
Yeah.
and he's taking you around and then showing you the photos, and he sort of voiceovers it, and he'll take you to some ancient site in North America or NASCAR lines in Peru or wherever it is, Bolivia, whatever it is, and take you like on a virtual tour. So I like his channel.
Okay.
And he did a good series on the Turin Shroud as well.
Yeah.
There's loads of great YouTube people you can subscribe to. People doing content off their own back, just in their own room. And
Totally reliable.
And profiting out of it and making a living. There's a guy on Strictly this year who's a YouTube vlogger.
Really?
Yes.
Who is it?
I don't know, because I don't know who
The
he
one
is.
I know is PewDiePie.
PewDiePie?
PewDiePie, is that what it is?
PewDiePie, yeah.
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, die.
Pew, pew, die. Pew.
Is he not like the biggest one or something?
Yeah, probably. But this guy's on Strictly. I thought that was strange.
There's lots of people like we were on holiday with my brother, and his daughter watches a family who record, their daily life. It's like a soap,
Right.
for kids, and she watches it, and he goes
Like Neighbours.
yeah, and she goes away and watches it by herself about this perfect family.
Wow.
On YouTube, yeah. But apparently he's in trouble because he's been done for like shagging or something. But it's a real family.
Are they American?
I don't know. They might be English. But yeah, I don't. It's apparently it's the merch that they make the more. Well, if you're in the
Really?
mid range of, I was watching something about it, when it was a few years ago when it was, I don't know, people were just starting to get famous off the back of it or whatever. And it was sort of quite a popular thing. I don't know, like tens of thousands of views or whatever. And he was this gay guy, and he'd split up with his partner. But he was, I think he was making, or he made £1 million from it, from like advertising revenue. But he said he was starting to make more money out of merchandise. So he was like selling just mugs and printed t-shirts, pens, things like that, and doing endorsements and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where he was making his money.
They do this Twitter product placement thing as well, don't they?
Yeah, they have to say, like on Instagram, they have to say it's an advert now.
Right.
It has a little shopping bag on it.
Yeah.
And it says this is an advertisement or something.
Yeah, they would do statement where I just received this and it's really great. This company just sent me this to test and I really like it.
Yeah, there was a bit of a backlash towards it because they didn't know what was real and what was fake.
That Russell Kane was one.
Was
He
he?
got in trouble for it, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, doing a lot of it. That product placement Twitter, whoring.
I don't see him do much of that on Instagram.
No, he's got in trouble for it, actually. I think he's probably stopped, maybe.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
He did quite funny. He does a caning video. Have you seen those?
yeah, a couple.
He did one recently for kids going back to school. It's quite funny. I've been to see him live a few times. He's very good.
Yeah. I've been offered 2 tickets for a comedian, Dave Gorman,
Oh yeah.
at Preston.
Hmm.
I don't know if you want to go.
Yeah, I'll go. When is it?
I think it's October.
You're asking me out live on the podcast.
Just get me on by 12. I turned to pumpkin.
Do you know when the date is?
I think it's in October. I don't know. I'll have to check.
Yeah, I can
But
come.
I can have him if I want to.
We just have to firm up our plans, won't we?
Yeah.
When it's closer to the time. Well, should we do an hour and 20? 8 minutes of things you might need to take off at the beginning.
Yeah.
There's an hour and 12. That's not bad for 2 people, is it?
No. No, it's fine. We'll stop it. Ta-ra.
Fingers crossed.